Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. All those that are invisible, they are filled by Brahman. All those that are visible are also fully permeated by Brahman. The whole universe has come out of the whole Brahman. Brahman is still full, although the whole universe has come out of it. Om, peace, peace, peace. We have read this is we are Shwetashwatara Upanishad, reading the Shwetashwatara Upanishad. We are on verse number. We finished the other day. Finished? No, it is just we read 10th verse. Upanishad cannot be finished. It is to be realized. Until you absorb in your whole personality, it is no finishing. We may read that book, but reading is only beginning, and more and more and more. So there we read the verse number 10, and there we came to know that the Upanishadic Rishi is saying that Mayam tu Prakritim Vidva, the Prakriti, the nature as you see in this world, whatever you see, that is the Maya. Mayantu Prakritim Vidhi, Mayinantu Maheshwara. Who is the Mayi? The Lord of this is the Maha, is the Mayi, that's the Brahman. Mayinantu Maheshwara. And Tasya Avayavabhutasya Vyaktam, as a part of his body, he is Sarvamidam Jagat Vyaktam. He permeates everywhere, the whole universe. And he, like that very example in this, if we think this way, a little, you can say Sankhya idea, more of Sankhya idea. That see that heat has penetrated into the water, into the potatoes, into the cooking items, rice, everything, interpenetrated everywhere. In the Prakriti, if you say Prakriti is the all these 24 principles. And in that 24 principles, they are all active because the consciousness has penetrated into it everywhere. And every jumping, and that's the Maya. And the potatoes are jumping and standing, boiling. This is the action. That's the Maya. This is what we see around. This is the Maya. But that in that Brahman has permeated into it in every pore of all the items, and whether it is a grain of rice, or it's a potato, or in a vegetable, or in a whatever items given, it has penetrated in the Prakriti. So that means it is that truth has penetrated everywhere, and truth is everywhere. That is the same phenomena of Vedantic teaching all through the Upanishad. Now, how many verses you read, what new idea you'll get. People, we can talk in different angle. People speak from different perspective.
But the main point remaining this, that one should know the nature is surely the Maya. The nature means 24 cosmic principle, that is the nature. That means 24 principles, your mind, intellect, ego, your body, your five elements of the body, air, water, fire, etc. All these mixed together. It is whatever you see in this creation, it is the Prakriti. It is the 24 principles. Or we can say it is this universe, appearing universe, and its activity is going on. But its activity is going on, its support system is the one consciousness only. So that we read. Today also we'll see the same idea given in another language, variation of language. So we are reading verse number 11 in the Shwetashwatara Upanishad, 4th chapter. Yo yonim yonim yo yonim yonim odhitishtati eko odhitishtati eko jasmin idam sancha bichaiti sarvam sancha bichaiti sarvam tamishanam varadam devam idyam Nicha Jemam Shantim Atyantameti. Again. Yo yonim Odhitishtati Eko Yodhitishtati Eko Jasmin Idam Sancha Vichaiti Sarvam Tamishanam Bharadam Devam Idyam Nichajemam Shantim Attantam Eti Shanti peace, Attantam, the superlative peace, the supreme peace, Eti attains. One attains the supreme peace. Who? Yo yoning udhitishtati ekaha. Jo ekaha. That one alone, that reality, Satchidananda reality, ekaha. Yonim udhitishtati. Anything created in this world, all this, everything object we see, it is ego is odhitishtati. It is staying at the everything covered by that reality. That means whatever we are seeing, it is nothing but that Brahman. Ja eka, that one which exists at the one space, exists behind all our name and form. So space may be only one, but things may be appearing in that space, so many. So similarly, the consciousness permeates everywhere. Ya ekaha, that alone, yonim yonim, all the various aspects of the Prakriti or the created universe, odhitishtati, it presides over it. Jasmin, in whom idam sarvam sameti, all idam sarvam, all this sameti means dissolves, in whom everything dissolves. And this visible universe is now, when you go to sleep, what happens? Your concept of this world dissolves into where? Into subconscious mind. Then subconscious mind gets up, creates dream. That also dissolves. What remains? You go to Susupti. And when Susupti dissolves, what remains? Brahman. So, that idea is giving. Jasmin, in whom, in that Brahman, in that one absolute principle, idam sarvam sameti, all this dissolves. Everything comes up from that and dances on that and dissolves. The ocean idea, every time we speak about the infinite ocean of consciousness, and in that infinite number of ripples and waves are arising, but it is all the same one ocean is permeated in all the waves, is it not? Same ocean is everywhere. You see only the different names and forms, and its nature, Sattvika nature, Rajasa nature, Tamasa nature, whatever you are seeing, calm sea, turbulent sea, violent sea, but it is the one ocean, the Ekaha Tishtuti. And Tam Ishanam, that Ishano, that is that Lord, Baradam, who gives blessings, Idyam, who is adorable by us, Devam, who is shining, Duti, light, effulgent, who is effulgent by his nature, Nichajjo, realizing that Atyantam Santimetniti. You people understand that ground of all really all expressions as one absolute truth, then Parama Shanti. You attain to the peace which is Parama means supreme. There is nothing higher more than that. That absolute peace, that absolute happiness can be achieved there only when one can think of that one. But when this is a new view of life, you can chant this mantra, and while you're walking, you can say Yonim Yonim Pratipattana Adhisthita Yojo Ekaha. That one who is permeated wherever you see like that. It's everything. Every creative object is permeated by that consciousness. And Sancha Idam just mean Idam Sancha. That in which Idam, all this objective universe, is dissolves, Beti, and also Ba Iti, it takes different forms. It dissolves or takes different forms. Idam, that one consciousness, that is the Ishanam, that is the Lord of the universe, that is the only Baradam who gives blessings to us, and that is the reality for which Shanti, Baradam, Idyam, he is the adorable one, and that shining effulgent self, that meditating on that, one can attain to the absolute bliss. So one attains infinite peace. How? On realizing. What is the realization? That the self-effulgent, that is the self-shining, he shining, everything shines. Yeah? But no one needs to shine him. No one needs to. We need sun's light to see things, but we don't take a flashlight to see where is the sun because it's self-effulgent. So this is giving light. To see it, you can need another light. But Atman or Brahman is not like that. It is self-effulgent. It is shining by its own divine nature. And that's why it says, Tasya Bhasha Sarvamidam Vibhati. Everything in this universe is shining because he is shining. We give the credit to the shining objects of the universe, no? When the sun's rays fall in the morning, you see the foliage on the leaves, the shining nature. It's so lovely, no? It is also now, but it is not that lovely because it is not shining. Light has not fallen on it. So everything shines because of the shining nature of the self, and self permeates everywhere, and that self permeates everywhere, and that self is adorable self. That is the blessing, gives being, moon, and blessings. If you think Saguna aspect, and Sankhya is a Saguna aspect of Purusha Prakriti, language. So that is to be adored. That means you adore the Atman. You adore that consciousness, which is the ground of all manifestation, all existence, and all dissolution. That Brahman is to be thought of. Let's say these few verses are very beautiful for daily practice. So running translation is this: one attains infinite peace on realizing that effulgent, self-effulgent, adorable Lord, who is the bestower of blessings, who though one presides over all the various aspects of Prakriti, and in whom this universe dissolves, and in whom it appears in manifold forms. It refers to Prakriti beginning from Abhyakta, 24 Abhyakta, Mahatattva. And you just remember 24 principles are what? You go from bottom, what is that? 4?
Prithvi.
Prithvi, 4 elements. Water, air, fire, etc. Pancho, Bhuta, then Pancho, Tanmatra. Tanmatra means the essence, not this water, what you experience in your dream time, that water. This water is gross water. In the dream time, you also drink water. That water is the subtle water, one Tanmatra, 5 Tanmatras. And then five Karmendriya, the 5 sense organs of action, eyes, hand, feet, etc. And 5 Gyanendriya, eyes, ear, etc. So 5 Gyanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, 10, 5, 5, 10. Then 5 Bhutas, gross elements, water, air, fire, etc. And 5 subtle elements, which is called the dream experience. All these elements you use it. This body is made of physical food, etc., water, air. The dream body also, you have a breathing there. But that you feel that breathing is not this breathing. That means it is subtle, Tanmatra, 5 Tanmatras. And 5 Karmendriya, 5 Gyanendriya. This is 20. And what are the 4 others? Mano, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. So this is sometimes called Mahatattva. Mahatattva and Buddhi Tattva. Mahatattva means the intelligence side. Mind, intellect. Intellect is Buddhi Tattva. Sometimes it is called Mahatattva. And the ego and the memory.
What's Chitti then?
Huh?
Mano Chitti? What's Chitti?
Chitta.
Chitta, what's that?
Chitta is sometimes called 4 faculties of mind, they are called Chitta. Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara and memory. Mind, intellect, vacillating aspect of same mind takes sometimes the decisiveness, that is the Buddhi, and then memory, when it means is Chitta, and Ahankara, the ego. So Chitta is called a package of 4. Manobuddhi, Chitta, Ahankara is sometimes said Chitta.
Is it important to know what avyakta is in note 1?
Abhyakta.
Avyakta.
Abhyakta is that which is not manifest yet in the gross. That is Abhyakta. So Bhakta is this one. This is Bhakta. Shankaracharya says, he means the Ekaha. He means that. Who is that he? Ekaha, that non-dual one, the Supreme Lord, which is free from Maya, and one mass of homogeneous bliss. That means he is talking about Satchidananda. That one, Ja, who, Odhitishtati, when he exists in everything as a ruler and an inner controller. Yonim means in the every prakriti, every nature. By the repetition of the word yoni are meant primal prakriti, maya, and the secondary prakriti is space, etc., as we discussed. 2, both sides, cosmic level and individual level. Cosmic level maya, individual like prakriti. By imparting to those prakritis substances of appearance which accords with the Shruti, he who inhibits Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Just mean into whom, but into which God, the ruler of Maya, ekhane all are mixed up. One is the absolute God, one is Saguna Brahma, God. He is the ruler God, the controller of God, controller of all objects of creation, into which God, the ruler of Maya, idam sarvam, this entire universe, sameti, enters or gets merged at the time of dissolution. And again, at the time of creation, BAT means Bhati, emerges. That means it is comes out of that, sustained on that, and dissolves into that. Becomes multifarious in a form of space. Nicharya means realizing directly with the conviction that I am Brahman. Realizing means not intellectual realizing, we are intellectually realizing that one consciousness is behind, and that manifests through the Prakriti. That Prakriti may be Maya, or you can call Prakriti Purusha Prakriti. Individual case, Purusha Prakriti idea. Cosmic place, God and Maya. God and his Maya. Maya and Maya. Two level we are talking. One is the sum total, that is the God zone. God. God does this creation by his Maya, and individually Purusha and Prakriti. So if you say look at it from Purusha Prakriti side, the same consciousness, individual consciousness permeates everywhere in your whole being. 24 principles with the body. If you see the God level, God and his Maya, God is the cosmic consciousness, that's Ekaha, and we read that. And that is the consciousness in whom the whole universe comes out. It stands, it dances, and it dissolves. That is called the God. So their Maya and this both are permeated by one consciousness. And that is the adorable reality. We should that means we should focus our attention of worship into that consciousness. Penetrating this name and form, this Prakriti or in Maya. Objective. Maya produced this objective universe. Penetrating through that, we should reach that consciousness.
Instead of Maya, Mai, can we say Sharira, Shariri?
Oh, so Suriri, who resides? There should be ego. That's why personal God is coming into equation. If you say it is Maya, that means somebody who has created it. That means some ego is necessary. And that's a cosmic ego though, but that is the cause of creation. That's Maya, Mai. But beyond that is the absolute Brahman. It is not create, he does not create, he is not created. So it is beyond all creation and created. That's the Brahman aspect. And that is the absolute one. So you're talking about three levels. One level, individual level, Purusha Prakriti. The consciousness here and the Prakriti 24 principles. This consciousness permeates everywhere. No? But this consciousness is a part of the cosmic consciousness. And that consciousness, which the Maya has created this universe. In that universe, the power of Ishvara may penetrate it. And therefore, God, Ishvara, has created Mayi. Ishvara is the Mayi, and creation is the Maya. And then Mayi and Maya, above that, it is the absolute. Nothing has happened there. So, that one appearing as cosmic level Maya, Mayi, individual Purusha Prakriti. But ultimately, the truth is that focus goes on the Purusha or Ishvara, God, or ultimately to consciousness. And this creation comes and goes. As look at that. We are 24 principles. Body, this functional thing is 24, no? Here is the ego, here is mind, here is the intellect, here is memory, here is the physical body. In this body we find that. But when you go to sleep, it dissolves. Abhyakta. So it goes to the abhyakta, unmanifest. It is like as I give the example of the spring in the wristwatch. As there is a spring, it is stretch it. This is now. Daytime, stretched out spring. So it is the same thing stressed out. 24 principles, but that is manifesting. Now you release it. Then it comes to the dream state, to the sleep state. And when it comes to sleep state, it is abdukta. The stress, you don't see the stress, but it is coiled, like a spring is coiled, and 1 millimeter thin or something like that, almost abdukta, not bhakta. But when it is stressed, this is our experience of the world. So, if we...
Where in the 24 principles is They talk about mind and buddhi and all that, but where is emotions? Where like
Maya,
anger,
in
desire?
the mind desires everything. All emotions are in the mind.
What level is that on? Son?
Go to Maya mind level.
Mono
Like chitta.
Mono.
emotions are there.
All the emotions, mind, without mind there is no emotion. That's why your brain has no emotion. Buddhi dry, cut and dry. That's why in spiritual life they say knowledge and devotion. So the mind, develop mind, emotion in the mind. Love for God, cry for God. At the same time, have a direction, otherwise emotionalism only in the name of God. Unless it is guided by buddhi. Buddhi is a determinative faculty. There is no emotion. It does not look like that. Come, no, it is wrong. I will not go there. Buddhi says, I want to. Emotion will, no, I like it. Therefore, guided by buddhi, emotion, guided by buddhi is the right thing. In spiritual life also, people sing and dance in the name of God, that's good. But if they have no right understanding about the spiritual life, they will be swayed away into that singing and dancing. And that's good for the moment. But when you come down, it goes away. And then they become more materialistic. Because suddenly the mind goes in a higher level. And when it comes down, does not know where to keep it. That's why sadhana, every day what it does, they are balanced. Jnana, bhakti should be balanced together. Jnana is the buddhi, intellect part, and emotion is the mind part. So that seeing that I am Brahman, with that idea, determining this, Ishanam, the controller, one benevolent Lord of liberation, Devam, the refulgent nature, that Atman, Idam, which is adorable, worthy of praise by the Vedas, Eti, one attains this. By the word this is pointed out, the peace that is directly perceived in deep sleep, etc., and that consists in the cessation of everything belongs to everyone. That peace means everyone is peaceful at that state, in the deep sleep state. As we experience, that attainment will happen if one can see consciousness everywhere. No? It is a pyramid, no? It goes from, this is the expanded world, Maya world, Maya created this world. And through that, if it moves towards the consciousness and the cosmic level and merges here, it is Maya drops out here and the consciousness remains only. And that is the point one should meditate, and that brings peace. Every day we find peace in deep sleep because everything is converged into that non appearance of Vyakta, unmanifest. And then unmanifest state should penetrate, and then you reach the conscious state, absolute consciousness. It's a complicated thing, no? Huh?
How would you differentiate the state of deep sleep and nirvikalpa samadhi?
Deep sleep state, every day we go to deep sleep, and we come back the same old guy.
So, like in terms of.
No, that's the point.
That's a good one.
That is the understanding. You go to sleep to that unmanifest state. There is no manifestation of the world, neither me, neither you, neither. But there is a layer of ignorance still there to cross. That's why we say, I do not know. I was happy, but I do not know. You know that you do not know. So that is, we go back and come back with the same garbage. But when Nirvikalpa Samadhi happens, when you consciously meditate on the effulgent self and move on and on and on and on, and reach that same point and penetrate that, then what will happen? You are illumined because your mind is awake.
So, if you go into deep sleep wide awake, then.
Yeah, but not that. Just to understand that, it is that's why look at Ramakrishna's life and understand this. He's totally sitting in such a deep mood. He forgets his body. He forgets everything. Even the birds are trying to find some food on his matted head. He's totally unaware of that, and he's merged into that inner consciousness. That he has gone in such a level that state where there is no barrier to block it. In our day-to-day sleep, there is a barrier. That's the ignorance. And that ignorance is not there because mind is consciously meditating and going inward. Giving up, I'm not the body. Giving up, I'm not the prana, not the mind. Okay? It is also 24 principles in another way. When you say, I'm not the body, that means what you are saying. You are not the body means you are not the five
Elements.
elements. You are not the five
Karnendriya.
Gyanendriya, Karanendriya. You are saying, I'm not this, not this. See, you are penetrating into your own self like that. Huh? And then you go to that point, you live in your mental world, you are meditating. Mind is meditating on some object, no? And then mind enters into this in a deeper level where convinced I see nothing but that consciousness. And then go deeper. And memory, your whole memory stick, there is nothing but God. And then you go to your ahankar, I also merges into that. And then you say you are lost. And that is the samadhi level. So it is the same process. That's why Ramakrishna said, intellectually we can understand that these are all correct. But to feel it, we need to sadhana. Otherwise it will be intellectual knowledge only, not perception.
Westerners want instant ananda. That means if they can have coffee and an instant coffee is even better. And that's instant ananda.
Yeah, instant coffee can give us some experience also.
Yeah.
They will not be able
And
to
that's
sleep.
very. We want it now, and I'm not going to do the work.
So it says that peace, which is well known to be undiluted happiness. We get the peace, is diluted here also because that peace, there is a barrier. I cannot enjoy the total peace every day sleeping time. There is peace enough for us, disturb people, old days, trouble and this, but it is not absolute peace. That's why there is a barrier. So she says, peace, which is well known to be undiluted happiness, that is difficult. That is to be. So, which is free from all sorrows and that attantam, absolute, the way that one becomes free from rebirth, going to destruction of the cosmic Maya. Wait, Maya's veil, last veil. Maya in the form of ignorance and its effects. Though the complete knowledge of reality arising from through how it will happen? Only when through the complete knowledge and reality arising from the instruction of the teacher through such sentences thou art that. It will not come ordinarily unless we have that grace of the Guru who gives us the mantra. Sannyas Guru, thou art that. With that analysis every day, discarding all this Maya objective, and Mahi even. You have to, that's why Swami Vivekananda says, Vedanta is such, it dethrones God. God, there is no God, there is no position of God even. God is such a big thing for all of us. For Vedanta student, ultimately, who is God? There is no God. There is no creation, no God. Creation, then creator. The creation is gone, creator is also gone. And what remains, that remains. Who will say what? And you are judging, that also gone. Your ego is merged into the cosmic. So then remains only that reality, and nothing can be expressed, nothing can be said. So Therefore, let me see what the other translation says. The Lord is one. I'm reading Lokeshwarananda Swami. The Lord is one without a second. He presides over the sources of everything. He sustains the world when it comes into being. And again, when it perishes, it goes back into Him. He controls everything. He is the only giver of boons. He is the sole object of adoration. If you have a direct personal experience of Him, you then attain eternal peace. He has explained it very clearly. If you have a direct personal experience, our all experience is indirect. Why indirect? Because I am not seeing you in the real perspective. I am seeing it through eyes, senses, mind, intellect, and all this channel of nervous system, brain to mind to intellect. So it is diluted there. That's why when it says personal experience means no intermediate media. Mind will drop, eyes will drop. That's why people close the eyes and have the vision. Because eyes don't function, mind don't function. They're all dead. That is the ultimate level of experience. So that's called the personal experience. It is Upanishad always says, no, it is for your knowledge is intellectual, but experience is your personal. Because there is nothing but you only. You then attain eternal peace. And that is the time when one can attain eternal peace. Now, the explanation, Swamiji has written 2-3 pages. Brahman is supreme. So, it is given the appellation, the word Lord. As it is in the source of everything, Brahman, that is, the Lord is said to create, sustain, and destroy everything. No? So, who creates this universe? We call the God, Lord, created. Who is the source of everything? Because from Him everything comes. Tajjala niti. Upanishad says we create. In any creation, there are 2 causes necessary. We have learned that. Nimitta cause and so nimitta is the efficient cause and
Instrumental.
what is the name of the other?
Instrumental.
Instrumental cause and
Material.
material and instrumental. No, instrumental.
Efficient.
Efficient
Material.
cause. Material cause, efficient cause. Material cause we know. That to create this pews, what are the material needed? The wood, the what you call the
Seat cushions.
nails, glue, then your all this cloth, the seat, cushion, all these made. These are the material cause. But you put the material, it does not make a pews. So you need somebody efficient cause who is actually acting on those items and create this pews with instruments, with the help of these instruments. So he is the efficient cause, but that is for everything created in the universe. The house is built. There was a planner, engineer, then architect, then the craftsman or the workman people. And so all these are material things. But it is efficient cause is what? Who has the idea that this is my plan and it will be done this way. He is not found here, but he is present here. Without that, this creation would not have. So God was the absolute. Absolute does not do anything. When He wills, I shall be many, then this creation comes. How He does it? The efficient cause, God is the efficient cause, God is the material cause. Because there is no other but God. Here are two items are necessary. One to find wood and nail and glue and all these things are necessary to build up, but separate. And the carpenter is separate, or who is doing, he's separate. So two entities. But in Vedantic perspective, this whole universe, it is coming from the one. Tat Ja. From that it has come. Tat Ja Alan. It stays on that. And Iti, it dissolves into it. That means there is no second cause, only absolute one manifest like this. So this is the difference between the world as oneness. That's why he said everything arises from that Brahman, rests on it. He is the common cause, the common source. He is the source of all sources. He manifests himself and appears as many. That's why they appear. That's why Swamiji said we see God and God all the time, but we don't recognize it. He said, I see God first and then I see the table. Mean what? I see God, you see, and Swamiji says, I have never seen anything but God. You also have not seen anything but God, but we do not know. We only see the name and form and the creation side, but we do not know it is made of the one element. All the things is a wax museum. That example Ramakrishna gave. He said, no, everything is wax there. There is nothing but though name and form are different, people standing there, a tree may be there, a table may be there, maybe grass may be there, but everything is only wax and wax and wax. So that is the one manifesting as many, appears to be many, but nothing but one is there. The word Nichajjo is very significant. Sankara says that Nichajjo is Nishchayena, for sure. That means it is to be known for sure. Brahma ahamasmi, I am Brahman iti das. Aparaksha kritya. How to know? By making it, having experienced personally. That's why Ramakrishna was questioned by Vivekananda. No? Have you seen God? Personally, have you seen God? And he said, I have seen God. Personally. Not talking from the book knowledge or intellectually, but say, yes, I have seen that, and I see you more than that. No, he's expressed that way. That means a personal experience, and that's the beauty of Vedanta, because that can be experienced by you and me and everyone. It is a personal experience. Pratyaksha Kritya, that is, Pratyaksha Kritya means that is you know for certain by a direct and personal experience. Unless, that's why it is said, without experience it is only words. Without experience, that's why Swamiji said, an ounce of experience is much better than the tons of intellectual knowledge. 1 ounce of experience. No, you feel some joy one day by thinking this Vedantic thought. And that joy, if anyone says, did you find joy? You cannot deny that because you have experienced it. Swamiji said, if the whole world comes to with a sword in hand to tell you that you are wrong, your conviction will say, whatever you say, I know what I am. So it is experience and experience. That's why Swami Vivekananda, in his complete works, you'll find is mentioning right and left. It is only experience. Religion is realization. Religion is experience. Religion is not in book. Shankaracharya saying, what he says, Bhagavai Kori, Sabda Jori, Shastra Vyakhana Kausalam, Tadvad Bhuktaye, not to Muktaye. Your intellectualism is good. That helps so far. And speaking and expressing those things are very good. But Tadvat, it is one type of entertainment, intellectual entertainment. But you go further. It is mukti, total liberation. I am that. That is to be one step further. So that's why pratyaksha kritya. That's why the important thing is not in this country, when you ask any religious leader, first question, what is your faith? Eh? My faith is this, your faith is this. Methodist will say one way, the Presbyterian will say one way. So every division will have different views. My faith, what does it matter? Your faith is so fickle. You have little experience different than you will change your all conception. People do that, is it not? Oh, uh, I am not holding on to that old thought anymore because I understood that is wrong. No, that may change, but when you experience, it will not change. You had ice cream tasted, eh? And someone says ice cream is bitter. What will you say? And whatever you say, ice cream is not bitter. I have tasted it. I know what is ice cream. So that is God is only talk, so it can be changing. But when you are experience, that's why it's called prati bodha viditam matam, that you experience in every pore of your body. There is no more imagination, no more a third party talk. You will feel the thrill all over your body. Juvascha, sadhu juba, the story, that Ananda Bolli, a measure of Ananda, infinite Ananda, bliss you will attain when you have a Brahmagana. What is that? And that Taitiri Upanishad has described. Sadhu, Juvascha, sadhu juba, when a young man. How is the joy of a young person? Fully strong, physically, mentally, youthful, full of vigor. He can eat well, smile well, everything is fulfilled as a youthful person, all round youthful person. That joy. Multiply that 100 times. Sadhu, and he's a sadhu, he's a holy person. A young man may be youthful, he can be reckless, but suppose he is a sadhu, his joy is how much? Oh, it is more. And then suppose that person becomes the king of the continent. And then multiply, like that he has given the concept as we live in the world, make it by 100 times, making it 100 times, making 100 times, and then it's limitless. So Ananda, that is to be limitless Ananda. That is ours. So that is to be experienced. When it experienced, that's why Ramakrishna gave the example that every pore of your body, you will feel million times the joy of the sensual world, what the world can give us, that joy. So if that is tested once, that is the final of it. So that is the sukha. That is the peace we are talking about. Not temporary something gaining, momentary something happiness or momentary some relaxation. And then followed by again suffering. Not that. So so he says, Pratyakshikritya, that is very important, that you should know, certain by direct and personal experience. It has to be personal, immediate experience. And experience of what? Experience of Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. This is not the kind of knowledge that we usually speak of. For instance, today might read about a new scientific theory and accept it as well as knowledge. But tomorrow, another scientist may come along and dismiss that theory. He may propound another theory which may be in turn to be contradicted by another scientist. So, real knowledge is that which is valid for all time and under all circumstances. Anything in the world, you go on. Today, doctor says, prescribe is good food is this, take plenty. One good doctor will be signing there, and people go on rushing, eating them. And they say, no, it has a side effect. Then you know it is not good. No? So, in the relative knowledge, it is always changing. But in spiritual knowledge, there is no change. Moreover, the experience of Brahman gives you an unshakable conviction. The experience of Brahman gives you an unshakable conviction that conviction will not go. That's why the example of the old sadhu in the Himalayas, eh, and the emperor Alexander,
Oh.
and he faced that challenge, no? And he said that I'll kill you, no? Then he laughed at that, no? What laughter? You kill me. Yeah? So he's established in that knowledge. That's why he has no fear for anything. And his knowledge is so convincing that he knows the body will go, but nothing will happen to me. Body is dying every second. What is the special fear about losing it? It is not just an intellectual conviction. It is something more. Your whole personality changes as a result of this knowledge. And it is so personal that you cannot share it with other people. Each individual has to have his own experience. A person may want to know what an apple tastes like, but how can you describe to him the taste of an apple? You can only say an apple tastes like an apple. No? When he has eaten an apple himself, he will know what it tastes like. So you cannot experience material experiences, we cannot make someone understand. No? A good food you have tasted, but you cannot express how is that good. We can say range 1 to 10, no? We say, oh, where will you put it? But what do you understand by that? 1 to 10, your concept of 1 to 10, my concept of 1 to 10 is different. So even the sensate experiences cannot be expressed. What the supersensuous experience one can. You may go on talking about God all your life, but if you have not had any experience of God, what good will that do you? Once some people came and were questioning the authenticity of Sri Ramakrishna's experience. They said, how can have had these he had these experiences? Now you may doubt these experiences, but you do not understand that you are on a lower level altogether. Unless you can raise your mind to the level of Sri Ramakrishna's, how can you understand these experiences, these things? We are equipped with very weak tools, crude tools. That's our mind and buddhi as it's present now. Our minds, our senses, our intellects are very crude and unrefined to be compared to those of Ramakrishna. So you may say, how Ramakrishna can experience this? Don't put that question, because your mind should go to that level to understand that. Unless it reaches that flight, how can you understand? So my experience, suppose those who are in the satellite, no?
Oh.
That 3 people are still now in the satellite. So space travel. Now, what their experience and my experience is same. They're also seeing the world. I am also seeing the world. So we are seeing the world. Bacterial scientists who research on bacteria, they look at the whole world full of bacteria. Is it not? And I saw them. They wash their hand all the time. They're touching their nose. We are not aware of it. We are using a random. They are touching this and touching that, washing hand there, because they see that bacteria. Because they are, but I don't see electron, proton. Do we see anyone? But we all believe that. But that experience, it is changeable. If someone comes with a stronger argument, we will have to change our views. But experience is something which cannot change. Everyone feeling something in his own deeper consciousness, that is unchangeable. This is why we have a very difficult time understanding such things, and why the Santim Attantam, absolute peace, that is the beatitude of religious experience, escapes us. So that is needed for deep spiritual concentration. That's why we are given the instruction to concentrate your mind, to focus your mind, and forget yourself. Forget yourself means unless you are steeped into that wisdom, We will not be able to identify with that. Our identification is on the other side. That's why it does not go there. But it is here all the time. So it is by this practice, experiencing that, their conviction will have. Some got to songs we chant for Sri Ramakrishna's prayer, and songs got to Sangsayo, Thakur's prayer every day. Sangsayo Rakshasa Nasa Mahastram. Sangsayo means doubt, confusion. Nasa, it is a Rakshasa. Doubt is our Rakshasa, like a demon. Nasa, destruction. Maha great weapon of killing that is Ramakrishna. That's why it said, take Ramakrishna, because his whole personality is totally saturated with that consciousness and bliss. Therefore, that can remove all the darkness and ignorance from us. Just as only a highly trained musician can understand another great musician, so also only when we have trained our minds and purified them can we understand the religious experience. So, to understand religious experience, we need to be tuning ourselves with purity and other things. Until and unless, which is Swami Vivekananda said, what Vivekananda said? Vivekananda said that had there been another Vivekananda, he could have understood what he has done. The last day before his departure, he murmured these words. Had there been another Vivekananda, he could have understood what he has done. So, to understand a big scientist, another scientist can understand, no? A great 10th grade boy, what he understands about a Nobel laureate. So they may talk of the same subject, no problem. They may talk of the same subject. Newton's, what you call, any big theory, no? You can talk about it. A 10th grade boy also knows a little bit of that. But those who are doing research day and night on that subject, what will be their understanding? So this is in the intellectual level, this will change. But when you go to the experiential level, it is all the same. That's why Ramakrishna said, all the jackals howl alike. In this country, or in India, or in Russia, or in any part of the world, the jackals will be howling, and their noise will be the same. The frogs will be using their voice the same way on the whole world. So until and unless we have the direct personal experience that we are Brahman, we cannot have Shantim, Attantam, absolute peace and peace of permanent nature. Shankara adds that the teacher, now you attain Brahman. How will you attain? Without teacher, nothing will happen. That because your confusion. Why teacher is necessary? Because you may have some experience, but it is true or it is hallucination. What is the proof of that? Teacher can tell and help us to understand that. That's why Shankara adds, Shankara is not Dvaita, where is Guru, where is disciple? And he is saying that the teacher's help is necessary. It is necessary to extend that it makes you realize that you suffer because of your ignorance, but you have to get rid of this ignorance yourself. Shankaracharya also said in the Viveka Chudamani, Mastakarnastu Bharai, you have a heavy load on your head, you are carrying a bundle of items on your head. Some can help you, release you, but your own ignorance, you will have to work. Your ignorance to remove, you have to do that. No one can do. Someone can guide you. Guru can guide us. But I will have to do. That's the point. Then you can say, avatars can do, that's a different issue. Even they do. Ramakrishna did that. But they made them everyone do austerity to understand that and they make it their own.
Also, they have to come to the avatar,
Huh.
right?
Huh?
So many people were there that time.
But how many of them approach to Sri
Approach.
Ramakrishna? That is their effort.
That is their effort as also their mental preparation. No, even coming to Ramakrishna and they are not interested. Hey, that's the crazy guy. What he's talking. And they are very sophisticated people coming, and this guy does not keep his clothing all the time in his body. Sometimes he loses all this. What type of? So people look at from their own perspective. So, but you have to get rid of this ignorance yourself. How do you get rid of this ignorance? By knowledge. Just as you dispel darkness by bringing a light, in the same way, in order to get rid of your ignorance, you have had to a personal experience of yourself of Brahman. Yourself about Brahman. With this knowledge, your ignorance is totally gone. There is only light then. There is eternal light without you, within you. There is eternal light within you. Similarly, you have eternal peace within you. So, to have that peace, that means self experience. Experience is necessary, and the experience will be Aham Brahmasmi, or this verse can be meditated, as I said, think this way that that reality which is permeated into everything created in the 24 cosmic principle, and it is staying on that, it is residing in that the things come and die, but that adorable Brahman or consciousness to be meditated upon to get that eternal peace, eternal joy. So that is the end of verse number 11. Not end again. My words again I correct. There is no end of it. You didn't understand anything. It is intellectually I talked something, but it is to be experienced. Then this reading will be complete. Devanam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Paramastu. Tomorrow, Medhananda Swami will be reading the Gospel. Okay, some questions. If we are trying to meditate and experience blankness, deep sleep state, but have not fallen off our chair, and the waking state reappears, is that the bliss seed? What to do next? Yeah. When you go to sleep all the time, it happens like that. The external world drops away, and your mind, as it was not alive, so your dream about God, what you are dreaming, your guru has given some dreams, no? We see our own dreams. That does not release us from bondage. Our gurus have given us some dream. Think of Ramakrishna, think of Guru, think of this, think of that, think of that. No? But when that also drops, what remains? Then you go to that black spot where there is a dark ignorance and I do not know what is beyond. So that happens in our meditation also. We sleep means we go there. But that is no experience. Because it does not transform me. It does not change me, as you asked the question. As I said, I go the same old guy. I was sat for meditation, and within few minutes I was in samadhi by sleeping. When you come back, I'm the same guy. No transformation. But actually, if that meditation is deep enough to be consciously moving to close to that, you would find a deep joy. Come out of that and go. You come out of sleep. During meditation, you sit with all posture and then forgot and slept. And one day you did that and you are conscious and you are enjoying that, and with the eyes open you come out. See the difference. We are going more towards the light, another is all darkness. So everyone goes there, so it comes back the same old person. A holy man will be holy back, unholy person, unholy. A serial killer will be serial killer. A Any person in the society, in whatever rank and position, they will be the same guy. So that is not our goal, and we want to go beyond. Is it bliss seat? Yeah, you can say it is a bliss seat. Sheath means the which bond, separation, coverage, and that's a bliss seat because you get touch of bliss because you come see, you come to here, it touch the light, I can feel the heat. And I am here, I don't feel it. But if you go close, 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 in ignorance, this is light is here, but it's covered with something. But if I can go close and close and close, almost I come here. But deep veil of ignorance is here. But that joy percolates through that ignorant state of the what is called the ignorant sheath or the Maya sheath. No, that's why we all feel joy, but we do not know where from it comes. But that we have to do by meditation. When you meditate or think I am Atman, or when with eyes open, Vedantic thought, look at the whole world and see the vastness and try to think of the infinite expanse of Satchidananda consciousness. If one's mind can go up, 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 up like that, with eyes open even, there may be one experience that is much higher than that of ordinary. Are you saying that the mind ceases to fluctuate? Yes, their mind ceases to fluctuate for a moment. Yet the body continues to die after knowledge of Brahman. No, body, why the body will die? Body is also there. But if the mind does not come back to the body for after 21 days continuously, then the body is gone. But if it's normally ordinary people comes back. That's why we get the Brahmagyanis. We say he's a holy man, he has realized God means what? He touched the ground and came back. Otherwise, if it is not, we do not know, we would not have known what is spirituality. Because they come back and give the expression of their joy. You read the Mahapurush Maharaj's books, every page you go through is intoxicated in God and God and God. And then those words are so powerful, even it touches your heart. So, are you saying that the mind ceases to fluctuate, yet the body continues to die after knowledge of Brahman? No, no, no. Body, so long, unless as I said, after 21 days it may happen, but within that period, if you come back, then your body is not dying. Body remains the same. But the mind, fluctuation of the mind stops and then comes back again. After that, mind dissolves, mind gets purified, and renewed mind comes back. Won't we just realize that the fluctuation these are just normal behavior of the mind? Won't we just realize that what is the question? Are you saying that the mind ceases to fluctuate, yet the body continues to die after knowledge of Brahman? No, no, I don't think so. As I said, body continues to die now. Body remains like that, and body, without any support of the mind and other things, it cannot function for continuously. And won't we just realize that fluctuations between are just normal behavior of the mind? I don't get it, the question at all. Okay. Is within quote self an experience which is same for everyone, but we know it intellectually not now due to our vasana, and realized one has direct experience. Is self an experience? Self is an experience means self is to be experienced. I am not experiencing self. I am experiencing small self, which is my body mind. I know this is my body. I know this is my mind. Oh, my mind was disturbed. I know this is my mind. So the small self, an experience which same for every one of us. But when we intellectually now, due to our vasana, and realized one has direct experience. Yes, due to our vasana, we experience the world differently through the body and mind, But the realized soul has one experience, direct experience. They see the same thing everywhere. Is this understanding correct? How to stay in the self? Stay in the self means we have to think that I am not the body. Shankaracharya's verses can be chanted every day, that I am not this body, not the mind, not the emotion, not the ego, not the changes of the body, not the five elements, seven dhatus, no? Nava saptu dhatu, Nava panchakosha. Not this, not this. This wrong interpretation of the understanding of self is to be eradicated by every day chanting this, analyzing it, analyzing that it's impermanent. Every day we see the impermanence of it, so it cannot be true. Okay, so any question from the floor?
Yeah.
Any?
She, the same person who's question. She probably paraphrased it.
The Jiva Mukti, the Jiva Mukti know that the mind's vrittis are don't, Jivan Mukti knows that the mind's vrittis are just normal for the mind. Oh, after realization, how your mind works, don't care about that. Only now think how our mind can be made eko-vritti. Our vrittis are rambling. How can we make Ramakrishna vritti? One vritti of Ramakrishna, another vritti of Ramakrishna. But what happens for us? I sit for meditation. I am thinking one vritti goes to London, another goes to Paris, another goes to Boston, another goes to here, and in between, one time, little, and then goes on. But vritti should be one vritti will be Ramakrishna, another vritti will be Ramakrishna, third vritti will be Ramakrishna. Continuous practice. As it happens, then it is all the ekakaro chitta vritti rudeti. Then ekakaro chitta vritti. The vritti, which is of unified one absolute vritti, will be all consciousness, whole heart, your chitta, you will be filled with that one vritti, ekakaro vritti. So that is practice. That's why meditation every day we try to bring the vritti of our chosen ideal. Our Guru gives us the chosen ideal. We try to focus on that again and again so that ekakaro vritti, one akara of the vritti comes up, not multifarious vrittis. Our whole life sadhana is to stop this rambling of the mind, creating so many vrittis, rather let it bring one vritti. And Vedanta will be saying, I'm not this. Whatever vritti comes, not this. Whatever vritti, no, not this. I am that. What is that? That analyze that. I am not this, I am consciousness. I am not this, I am the light effulgent. I am that absolute bliss. I am that ocean of joy. Not this, throw away. It's a Vedantic way. And Bhakta way, I am this, here is Ramakrishna, nothing else. All other thought, get out, Ramakrishna, only Ramakrishna. And practice, then it will be a homogeneous thought. Okay? Thank you all. Om Shanti Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So again, tomorrow Medhananda Swami will be speaking, giving the class on Sri Ramakrishna Gospel.
तो आपने